Good morning, 7F. How are you going? Did you have a good breakfast? So last lesson we looked at factors and multiples. Today we're going to look at more specifically highest common factors and lowest common multiples. So let's write down our title for today. So highest common factor and lowest common multiple. We abbreviate highest common factor with the letters HCF, and we abbreviate lowest common multiple with LCM. No, not those snack bars you buy at Coles or Woolies, but lowest common multiple, LCM. So what exactly are they? The names itself kind of give it away. So if you look at highest common factor, so remember, factors are numbers which divide into the particular number. So the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6, because those numbers divide exactly into 6. Highest common factors is talking about when you're trying to compare factors between two or more numbers, you're trying to find the common one, the one that they have in common, that they have the same, and you're trying to find the biggest one, the biggest factor that they have the same. So that's what highest common factor is. So let's demonstrate this with example 1. So example 1 says, find the HCF, the highest common factor of 36 and 48. So the first thing we need to do is list out the factors of both 36 and 48. So we write English word equals, so factors of 36 equals. So you're trying to find all the positive whole numbers which divide exactly into 36. So 1 is definitely it, because 1 times the number itself is 36. 36 is even, so 2 is definitely a factor. In fact, 2 lots of 36 is, sorry, not 2, 2 lots of 18 is 36. So you know 18's on the list as well. 3 times 12 is 36. Keep going up. 4 9s are 36. 36 does not end in a 5 or 0, so 5 is not a factor. 6 times 6 is 36. 7, no. 8, no. And then now we go to 9. And then now we get to the pairing, so 4 times 9, so you can look at the next number is the next set of pairing for 3. So 3 times 12 is 36, 2 times 18 is 36, and 1 times 36 is also 36. Let's also look at factors of 48. So 1 is always a factor, 48 is even, so 2 is a factor. 3 times 16 is 48, so 3 is a factor. 4 times 12 is 48, so that's a factor. 5 is not a factor. 6 times 8 is 48, so 6 is a factor. 7 is not, and then 8 is, because that pairs up with 6, so the remaining numbers and factors are the remaining pairs of the already established factors. So 4 times 12 is 48. 3 times 16 is 48, 2 times 12 is 24, and 1 times 48 is 48. So we've identified the factors of both 36 and 48. We're trying to find the highest common factor. So have a look through what are the factors that they have in common. They have 1 in common, they have 2 in common, they have 3 in common, 4 in common, 6 is common, 12 is common, and that's it. Out of all the yellow highlighted common factors, pick out the highest one. So 12 is the biggest common one. So we write, therefore, HCF, or highest common factor, of 36 and 48 is 12. Now, next we're going to look at the lowest common multiple. It's pretty obvious from the name, so you're looking at multiples. You're looking at the multiples which are in common between the two numbers, or even more numbers, and you're finding the smallest common multiple. So let's test this out with example 2. So example 2 says, find the lowest common multiple, LCM, of 6 and 10. So first let's list out the multiples of 6. So multiples of 6 equals, well, 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 5 is 30, 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 7 is 42. And we can go on forever and ever because there's infinitely many multiples. Let's look at the multiples of 10. So 10 times 1 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20, 10 times 3 is 30, 10 times 4 is 40, 10 times 5 is 50, 10 times 6 is 60, and etc. because it goes on forever. So between these two lists, can you find a common number? Well, 30 is the common number, and that's the first common number that they have together in the list. So therefore, our lowest, because it's smallest, common multiple of 6 and 10 is 30. So you're really looking for HCF and LCM, you're looking for what is in common. So list out your factors or list out your multiples, find the numbers in the list which are in common, and if it's asking for highest, then you find the biggest common number. If it's asking for the lowest, you find the first occurring or the smallest occurring common number.